Welcome to writing a cover letter offered by Vermont State University Career Development. The purpose of a cover letter is to introduce yourself to a potential employer, highlighting your qualifications, skills, and experiences that make you a strong candidate for a specific job. It also allows you to expand on information from your resume and for you to express your enthusiasm for a position. A cover letter demonstrates your communication skills, so really, your cover letter helps you to make a positive first impression. Some of the fundamentals of cover letter formatting are a one-page with lots of white space filling about 2/3 of the page, 3 to 4 paragraphs long. Use a standard business format. We'll talk more about this in a minute. Write concisely and succinctly. Be specific but to the point. Match the formatting of your resume with the header, the font, and the style. And you'll have to tailor each cover letter to a specific position. So you do have to write a new one for each position. You might be able to use certain elements, and change a few things, but it should be unique to the specific position. And lastly, your cover letter should be free of spelling or grammar mistakes. A resource to help you get started is the cover letter template worksheet that is linked with this video. This worksheet helps you organize your cover letter into 4 parts: a header, opening and body paragraphs, and a closing paragraph with your signature. We'll be looking at these 2 sample cover letters of Malik and Amanda to talk about the different parts of a cover letter, and we'll look at each part individually. And you can pause the video at any time to look more closely at the examples on each slide. Let's start with your header. You should match the header of your resume with the same contact info and style. Next is the date, and then the recipient's information, name, title, company address, and then the salutation. You should address your cover letter to the correct person and company and never to whom it may concern. If you're not sure who it should be addressed to, dear hiring manager is fine. And don't assume gender by using Mr., Mrs., or Ms. And you can see Malik and Amanda's contact info and headers and salutation in the business format here. Amanda did use dear Ms. Silver, and that was a known individual to her. Next is the opening paragraph. In this paragraph, you introduce yourself and why you're writing, identify the position and how or where you found it. For example, I found it on Handshake, or a faculty recommended that I apply. You might make a connection. You might name someone from the company connected to you. Be sure that person is respected, and explain why you chose this company or position, what you admire, are familiar with, etc. But be concise and to the point, and avoid overly formal writing. And here are some examples of opening paragraph. The next section is the body paragraphs, 1 or 2 tops where you address who you are and why they should hire you. Here you'll highlight unique qualifications that make you suited for this position, matching the keywords and skills and experiences with those listed in the position description. You might tell a narrative that expands on a specific experience from your resume. You'll also demonstrate your understanding of the position and your desire to work there, and show some of your personality. Don't be overly formal if that's not the culture of the company, and be confident. Don't highlight skills or knowledge that you don't have. Focus on what you have to offer and why you should get an interview. And here are some examples here. The final paragraph is the closing, where you ask, what's the next step? You might restate your interest in the position and company, and you might identify that position again. Summarize 1 or 2 key qualifications in a sentence or 2. Request further contact. Again, express enthusiasm for an interview, and thank them for their time and consideration. And here are some examples. To wrap up, when writing your cover letter, be sure you've emphasized your fit for the position to stand out as a top candidate. Keep your cover letter short and focused. Use strong, confident messages, not soft suggestions. Don't use I believe or if you think. Use language from the position description and the company website. Make sure it's free of typos. Avoid sounding overly formal, and proofread. Once you've built a cover letter using these principles, career development can look it over and give you feedback. Look for resources attached to this video to help you write a cover letter and resume. And you can contact career development with questions about your unique situation or circumstance by emailing us at careers@vermontstate.edu. Thanks for watching.